In our society, we're taught to give and give and give to others and leave yourself out of the equation. Has that habit left you feeling depleted, resentful, etc.? Well, today I'm going to share with you a more spiritual approach, bringing in self-love into your life and doing that without guilt as a spiritual path. So stay tuned. Welcome to the Communicate with Angels YouTube channel. My name is Melissa and I'm here to help you trust your inner guidance and live your unique life purpose. So if that interests you, please hit the subscribe button. I share new videos each Wednesday and I would love to have you to be part of this community. Today I'm talking about self-love. And first of all, I want to share with you that self-care and self-love to me has become a little bit cliched in our society because most people are still taking the opposite approach to what is needed. So you have 3 loyalties in your life. Your first loyalty is to yourself. Now, even me saying that might rub you the wrong way. I know for some of you it will. And it feels selfish to do that. Maybe you don't even know how to be loyal to yourself. But here's the truth from a spiritual perspective. You come to this lifetime from your own free will. You come to learn and grow. You come to expand. You have a unique life purpose and you are free. So no one can do it for you. You don't owe anybody anything and they don't owe you anything. Everybody is here for the same reason, to learn and grow. It's like no one else can really do that for you. Your second loyalty is to your loved ones and those people close to you, right? Especially if you have children, that's a contract that's really important and is definitely a consideration in your life and your decisions. I have an 8-year-old, so until he gets a bit older and is more independent and living his own life, he is a factor in my decisions. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, it's me, and his experience doesn't matter. No, but here's the thing. It's the second priority. It's not the first priority. And then your third priority is to the world at large. The bigger picture, society, what you're here to contribute, the work that you do and the service that you have for people in that bigger picture sense. Many people have flipped this around the opposite way. If you are putting your first loyalty or your first priority as that bigger picture, you're probably pretty stressed right now because there's some crappy things that happen on the planet. And it could really affect you when you think that, you need to change the world, that all the unfairness, and I hear you, it's true, it is unfair. And there is discrimination. And yet if you get caught up in that and make that more important than you and your unique purpose, you're going to feel kind of off kilter and stressed and run down. Now, more common is that people are making their family and their loved ones and their close friends more of a priority than themselves. And this is going to leave you feeling drained and stressed and overwhelmed and probably resentful. So have you ever noticed that when you give and give and give to others, you kind of expect that they're going to give something back? And if they don't, you feel resentful because you've been giving and giving and giving of yourself, and then they're not responding in kind. So here's a flip around for you, okay? Give yourself that same giving and love and respect that you give other people, and actually make that your first priority. Because if you're not loyal to yourself, you won't be able to fulfill your purpose. You'll be living everybody else's purpose. You'll be letting life happen to you and being caught in their things and their dramas. And even if it's not a bad thing, right? If it's a great thing that they're doing, but you're caught up in their purpose and losing yourself. So again, remember, this is about priorities. I'm not saying me first, me second, me third. I'm saying me first, them second, and the bigger picture third. And the bigger picture kind of includes your work and your opportunities in that sense, okay? So I love my business. I love the service and the things I'm doing here on YouTube and with my clients. It's so important to me. And yet, if I just did that in a way of leaving myself out, which a lot of business owners do, they work excessive hours. They make their clients more important than getting enough sleep or getting exercise or getting rest. And that's the cliche of burnout. Okay? So instead of getting so stressed from all the things that you're doing for others, or so overwhelmed and tired from the service and the business that you're doing, give yourself that care first. Self-care, and the reason I said it's a cliche at the beginning is because self-care is not something you do to make up for the stress. It's what you do first so that you don't get stressed with the other things. So self-care is not about just getting a massage or a pedicure, although of course that's great. And I'm not telling you not to do that, do it. But it's become like a little treat, right? The cliche is self-care is a little treat that you might give to yourself every now and again to fill your cup. But what do you actually need to be truly loyal to yourself so that your energy feels relaxed, that your physical body is taken care of and is healthy, and that your energy is clear and healthy? Then you can approach everything else and all your other relationships with joy, with kindness, with giving, because you've given yourself first. So for me, I know my body needs exercise pretty much every day, and that just energizes me and makes me just feel good. I know that I'm a sleeper. I need a lot of sleep. 7 hours at a minimum, preferably 8, okay? I love to get a good night's sleep because then I just feel so great for the rest of the day. Spiritually, energetically wise, I need regrouping time, whether it be just with my own guides or whether it be with a spiritual friend or even a coach. I know I need a little meditation time each day to connect with my guides. And I know I need some time to myself. I'm an introvert, to read a book or just watch a show that I really, really enjoy. And so with my obligations to my son, to my business, and to my friends and my partner, I can do all of those things with love and joy because me is number one in my life. If you have a habit of doing for others and then you try to change it, you might get some pushback from other people. And you just have to be okay with that because they're not living your life, right? You need to do the things that feel really, really good for you and not be concerned about what other people think and how they might be judging you. So here's some other ways that you can really be spiritually loyal to yourself, because again, without that, you will not be fulfilling your unique life purpose. This is really, really essential. Number one way to be loyal to yourself, truly feeling and believing at your core that you are a beautiful, kind, loving soul, and not taking on board opinions or judgments from other people. I really had to do this with my ex, where he started to get on a track of criticizing me, and I started to believe it for a while. And what helped me to heal that and to move out of that negative situation was to have immense love for myself, so that I could see the energy and the criticism coming at me from that person. It never penetrated my aura because I know that I love me, and that means that you can't affect me. Another example of being loyal to yourself is doing what feels right to you, even when others disagree. Have you ever stopped yourself from taking a leap or, starting the business or dating someone new because you got judgment from other people? Do what feels right to you, even if others disagree. Because if somebody truly loves you and is a good person to have in your life, they will actually support you. And it takes more confidence to really know what you feel and act on it. Another way to be loyal to yourself is to make it a high priority in your life to learn and grow and to have that sense of personal development, noticing the little habits and tendencies and fears that come up in your life and noticing them and seeing what you can do to change them. Another way to be loyal to yourself is really speak to yourself with kindness. Think kind thoughts to yourself. Notice when you're criticizing or judging yourself and flip it around. Think about how would you speak to your lover or your very best friend or your child? Would you speak to them the way that you speak to yourself and your thoughts? If not, that means you're not really loving yourself. So how can you love yourself as much as that most treasured child or your treasured partner in life? Speak to yourself that way. And my final way to be loyal to yourself is to make time for the things that fill you up and are fun for you without any guilt. Put them on the calendar, put them on the schedule, right? If you're busy, maybe you can only do it once a month, but if you put it on that calendar and know that it's coming, that is going to fuel you so much. So start tuning into the creative ways where you can bring this into your life, because the shift in your energy is going to be really, really profound. And you get to choose that, and you get to make it a priority if it feels good to you, right? And here's the truth that I came to a few years ago when I was having trouble being loyal to myself. Because at that time, being loyal to myself meant other people would probably not like it, and it would affect their life. And what I came to was, when I am loyal to myself, I am being the best service to others. You are in people's lives for the best version of you. That's what they're going to learn from. The best version of you is not kowtowing to judgment or going along with the crowd. The best version of you is truly powerful and confident and trusting yourself and doing the things that feel best for you. And this is not about being disrespectful to anybody else. You can treat them still with respect and kindness, but still a firmness that you trust yourself and you need to follow your own inner guidance. I hope that you found this inspiring today. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I have a video that I'd love you to watch next, and it's called The 4 Spiritual Contracts. I talk about in that video the 4 kinds of spiritual contracts that you have in your life to learn and grow from. So watch that video next, and I'll see you on over there.